Okay,
On to the
next topic. So we have Kevin Hart, who's now teaming up with the director of Straight Outta Compton, F. Gary Gray. They are teaming up for a film called Lift on Netflix,
Kevin Hart,
which is
yeah,
a
okay.
heist film. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you guys think of that?
What you just said sounds nuts.
Does it? Do you know what I mean?
It does.
But it sounds nuts in a good way, I think. Because
no, I mean it sounds like it's gonna be funny, man.
yeah.
Put Kevin Hart on a plane again.
Exactly.
What was the
So Lift falls under Heart and Heartbeat Productions' creative partnership with Netflix. They are currently in production on comedy Me Time, starring Mark Wahlberg and Regina Hall. That's interesting. So let me put it to you, Leon, now. What are you thinking about this project?
Well, I'm not a big Kevin Hart fan.
Okay.
At all.
Okay.
I'm just not.
I get it.
I'm just not.
I take it that you are, Logan.
I take it you are.
No, I'm just saying what he says. I'm not a big Kevin Hart.
I'm not big.
He's got loads of fans out there, but yeah.
No, he is. He's huge. He's huge. I'm not knocking what he does.
Yeah.
It just doesn't
work
chime
for
with
you.
me.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Like as a comedian, I'm a Dave Chappelle kind of guy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Chris
I'm just
Rock.
not. Yeah, Chris Rock. I'm not a Kevin Hart forced the issue.
Dave Chappelle, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I
Like
can appreciate.
I can appreciate what he does. Some of them are funny. But you know, like when I see like Ride Along and did it, like sometimes it's just a bit too typical for me.
Yeah.
Like I need something new, something, you know, not just black as usual. You know, them ones like you've got to be smarter now. But
So
he's
yeah,
still
but
doing
this is classed as a heist film. And on a plane, and with director F. Gary Gray, who amongst other films has done Straight Outta Compton, which I love. I love Straight Outta Compton. Do you not feel like with that kind of team that this could be something that you'd be interested in?
If it's not Kevin Hart playing himself doing a heist.
Yeah.
It's always Kevin Hart though.
But that's what I'm saying. No, certain man can get away with that. Like I'm happy to see Samuel L. Jackson
Play himself
in every thing I see.
Yeah.
But Kevin Hart, I don't want to see Kevin Hart being Kevin Hart doing it. Rubbing up the place.
I get you.
Do you know what I mean? So if he changes it a bit, who knows?
Okay.
I'm not saying he ain't got the ability to, but he's obviously got a brand. He's got a formula. It works. So he's rinsing.
Did you like The Upside?
I've not seen that.
I've not seen it.
So
Have
then
you seen the original? What it's based on? What the movie?
No.
Okay, you need to see it because it's he's not playing Kevin Hart as
Okay.
such, but it's still funny.
All
And
right.
Bryan Cranston.
Maybe I'll see him in a different light. But all right.
So let me put it to you, Logan. What do you think about this project's Lift with
He's
Gary
obviously
Gray
excited.
and Kevin Hart teaming up on Netflix?
Look, for me, there's only a certain few directors I get excited about. Okay, so when you talk about actors teaming up with this director or actors teaming up with that, to me it makes no difference.
Right.
Okay, it could be a good movie, it could be a bad movie. So I don't really have much of an opinion on him teaming up with the Straight Outta Compton was a brilliant movie.
Yeah.
But it's not a director that I've followed his career.
Okay.
You know, if you said Kevin Hart teaming up with James Gunn, then something jokes is gonna happen out of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I know the humour that James Gunn has.
Well, you've even worked with James Gunn, haven't you?
Well,
let's
in a very, very small capacity.
But not a lot of people can say that.
A capacity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
okay.
so for everyone watching, Logan was an extra on the first Guardians of the Galaxy film. Am I right? So, that's still an achievement, obviously Logan's not an extra. He is a professional actor, but we all had to start somewhere, so.
Yeah. The set was fun.
Yes, I can imagine. I've seen the set photos, so
yeah. So, what do I think of him working with the stuff? I don't really have much of an opinion of that. Kevin Hart films, I love some of his movies that he's made. Kevin Hart's comedy, his stand up, I've watched a few of them and I like it.
Yeah.
So, I'm not expecting it to be good, bad, whatever. I'm just excited to see.
Just looking forward.
I reckon it could be jokes.
Yeah.
I reckon it could be jokes, and there should be some good jokes in there. As far as is it just for that one movie?
It's just for this movie. Yeah, they're teaming up for. Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'll probably watch it for sure.
Yeah. My take on it is, I am a Kevin. I do like Kevin Hart, but just like you, I do feel like his comedy is a bit tired. He plays the same thing over and over and over, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it isn't. I think as an actor, actually, he is actually a better actor than comedian.
Yeah,
I actually do think he's a better actor than comedian.
Oh.
And the films that I've seen him in, I actually quite like. I actually like him in Ride Along.
Yeah.
I actually like him in Ride Along and the second one. I actually like him in it. I really like him in what's that prison film he did with Will Ferrell, Getting Ready for Prison.
Oh,
Get Hard.
I think something like that.
Get Hard. Yeah,
I like that. I thought that was really funny.
What about Central Intelligence with The Rock?
With The Rock, I like that as well. So I have to admit, I like.
So you are a Kevin Hart fan.
I did like Central Intelligence.
Yeah.
I did like that.
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just think that sometimes his comedy gets a little bit stale because it's Kevin Hart doing Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
And
just oversaturated.
But
silly.
yeah. But it worked. But I am looking forward to this. Not just because it's Kevin Hart, but because of the premise. I really like that heist on a plane kind of thing. It's kind of reminiscent of Snakes on a Plane, but in a good way.
Been done a million times.
But in a good way.
Passenger 57.
Yeah, that's true. But I think this will be more of a
jokes.
comedic take.
Well,
on
of
it.
course, it's
because
Kevin
obviously Passenger 57 wasn't a comedic.
It's gonna be
film.
jokes.
And I can only go by one film with Gary Gray, which is straight out of Compton, because like you, I don't follow his work, and I should do, really.
Very good movie that was.
That was a very good movie. I think we all agree.
I think that was for black cinema.
And I'm quite excited about this. I'm quite excited about it. The only other problem that I have is, as John Campion points out a lot, which is true.
Shout out to John Campion.
Netflix, when it comes to their films, are not very good.
Like, they're hit and miss, because there are some wicked movies.
They are, but they're more miss than hit. They are very good at their series. Their series are very good.
Yeah.
But their films are very hit and miss, and they're more miss than hit. So that's the only.
Why do you think that is? Do you think that's lack of budget, or they're not?
No. It's definitely not lack of budget.
No, but I mean what they're allocating to it.
No,
sometimes.
I think what it is they've thrown too much money at stuff. They just took a bunch of stars. Like there was a movie, I think it was called Ava on Netflix.
Yeah, I saw that.
Malkovich. I mean, you had big actors in it. It bombed because it was just a terrible written movie.
I think that at first they were just taking scripts from anyone and just making movies, and that was making terrible movies.
And paying stars to be in them.
Yeah,
and
I think
if it isn't good, it doesn't matter.
And now I think, because of the competition with other streaming sites, because remember that was what I mentioned just now was before the other streaming sites like Disney Plus and Amazon and Apple TV.
Yeah,
and
when they were controlling the market,
right? And now that they are not controlling the market, I kind of feel like
they're a bit more choosy.
They are, but now they're gonna try to maybe mass produce a lot of films.
Okay.
Which will then make the quality even worse. And with the way cinema is now starting to die, because we've all heard about the theatrical window reducing now. which is going to get worse and worse and worse, which means a lot more films are going to be coming on streaming. I kind of feel like this situation with Netflix films are not going to get better. But let's see with this. So let us know what you think.
Or send your scripts to Netflix.
I think they'll get better.
Let's see. I mean, there's no incentive if it keeps going the way it is, and this is a good thing that John Campia points out. If it keeps going the way it's going with the theatrical window shrinking and more films going to streaming, there's no incentive for it to get better, because then you can't say right, this person only made a certain amount in this film, so we're not going to. Do you know what I mean? There's quality control when it's in cinema. When it's streaming, as we've seen with Netflix, there is no quality control. There's very little quality control.
Do you know what I think? I don't entirely agree with no quality control. What I think is the reason it will improve is because the competition now for streaming services is going up. If you just look for apps you can look at for streaming movies and streaming TV, there's tons now. You know, new ones coming up like Peacock. You got Hulu. You've got do you know what I mean? You've got Disney.
But do you know what's going to happen because of that? And this is what John Campia pointed out. Because of that, the budget for films are going to now go down, because they know they're not going to make their money back on theatrical films, because they're not making that much money anymore. So now you're not going to get the spectacle of an Endgame, because you're not going to get $200 million films made, because they know they're not going to make their money back.
So are you not expecting, when this pandemic dies down, for cinema to bounce back?
No, because as I've explained, they've cut the theatrical window. So the theatrical window is now 45 days. It used to be 90 days. This is what John Campia pointed out to us. It used to be 90. So a film used to be on cinema for 90 days before it can go on streaming, DVD, whatnot.
Blu-ray, anything, yeah.
So now it's now been cut to 45 days. They've been trying to fight for this for ages, and it's only because of the pandemic that they're able to do it now.
Yeah.
And it's going to get worse, because now the streamers are going to are taking advantage of this cut in theatrical windows, and then it's going to get cut even more and even more, because we should have done a topic on this, but Christopher Nolan just recently signed a deal with Universal, and his stipulation was, you heard that, that the films have a 90 to 120 day theatrical window.
Can do it.
But he's a special one.
One of my favourite directors.
He's a special one. Not every director can get that. And in fact, a lot of people including John Campia, pointed out that even Scorsese wouldn't get that deal right now.
Ooh,
even said Spielberg wouldn't get that deal right now. Even Spielberg, that's what he.
John Campia, but
I tend to agree with him. I tend to agree with him.
Every single thing as fact.
No, it's not fact. It's an opinion, obviously.
I would say that, like Scorsese, you're talking about a very big director there. He would have a lot more weight. You know, I would even say he has more weight than Christopher Nolan.
I would disagree, because then because what you're
I'm not
looking
saying
at,
he's a better director.
No. But we're talking about weight, which means how much money have they made at the box office?
Okay,
that is very easy to look at,
and how much money they're still making.
But box office. We're talking about box office. when we're talking about theatrical window, we're just talking about the box office,
right?
And if you're talking about box office,
right,
Christopher Nolan way outdoes Martin Scorsese, which is why Netflix had to back his Irishman. The studios wouldn't back it, because they had to spend too much money, and they knew they wouldn't recoup that money.
Okay,
do you see what I'm saying?
If I could get a word in,
sure.
I would like to say something about that. If I could,
go ahead,
get a word.
Go ahead.
I do think cinema will bounce back. As far as the 90-day windows, like I said, some directors will get it, some won't get it. Christopher Nolan, he rates in my top 3 directors, period. And I would say, yeah, I could see him being there because of all the big hits he's had. You know, Inception, the Batman saga, Interstellar. He just goes on and on and on. And my favorite movie to this day, Tenet. But yeah, but like, you know, I can see that, but I do see cinema bouncing back. As far as the theatrical window, that's neither here or there. That to me doesn't matter, but I do think they will make movies. Movies will still go to cinema, and the movie industry will still be strong. I don't think you're gonna kill it just through streaming.
Well,
I don't think these big directors will just all head to streaming and forget about the movies.
Yeah, but you say that
you know, with not releasing in. I think you will still have the movies.
We'll see. We'll see. Do you have anything to say about that at all? I know we've gone off at a tangent, but
I've just allowed you to do your tangent.
But, you know what I mean?
Well, let's see what the audience have to say.
Yeah, let's see what the audience say and move on.
So,
do you think that this film Lift with Kevin Hart and F. Gary Gray, do you think it will do well on Netflix? What do you think of the team up? What do you think of the dynamic between these two?
Or do you even care?
Yeah, do you?
Do you even care? If you don't...
And leave us a comment also on what you think about the shrinking of the theatrical window and how it's going to affect films in the future. Leave us a comment down below, and we will comment on these comments.
With a comment.
Of course.
Next to your comment.
No comment.
All right.